Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing, the next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. Speak softly, and carry a big stick. You will go far. No man is above the law, and no man is below it, nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey it. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. To educate a man in mind, and not in morals, is to educate a menace to society. If you could kick the person in the pants, responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. A vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. A man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. It is only through labor and painful effort, by grim energy and resolute courage, that we move on to better things. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. The things that will destroy America are prosperity at any price, peace at any price, safety first instead of duty first, the love of soft living, and the get-rich-quick theory of life. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. With self-discipline, most anything is possible. Great thoughts speak only to the thoughtful mind, but great actions speak to all mankind. The best executive is one who has sense enough to pick good people, to do what he wants done, and self-restraint enough to keep from meddling with them while they do it. Get action. Seize the moment. Man was never intended to become an oyster. The only time you really live fully is from 30 to 60. The young are slaves to dreams, the old servants of regrets. Only the middle-aged have all their five senses in the keeping of their wits. Don't hit it all, if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. When you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, certainly I can. Then get busy and find out how to do it. Courtesy is as much a mark of a gentleman as courage. Character, in the long run, is the decisive factor in the life of an individual and of nations alike. The first requisite of a good citizen in this republic of ours is that he shall be able and willing to pull his own weight. If there is not the war, you don't get the great general. If there is not a great occasion, you don't get a great statesman. If Lincoln had lived in a time of peace, no one would have known his name. The man who loves other countries as much as his own stands on a level with the man who loves other women as much as he loves his own wife. No man is worth his salt who is not ready at all times to risk his well-being, to risk his body, to risk his life in a great cause. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, and that is softness of head. Big jobs usually go to the men, who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do. That is character. Freedom from effort in the present merely means that there has been effort stored up in the past. It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things. Absence and death are the same, only that in death there is no suffering. The most practical kind of politics is the politics of decency. Some men can live up to their loftiest ideals without ever going higher than a basement. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. The one thing I want to leave my children is an honorable name. If you found this content helpful, do hit that like button and subscribe to our channel Brainiac Wisdom.